to shine, to shine, to shine, to shine, to shine. I hustle, I flex, the world is mine.
Yes, finally guys, and welcome back. Welcome back. No. Finally got some more updates on the engine. I know I haven't really touched it in a while because I've sort of been doing some other stuff with the car. So I've just got the head back from Hack Engineering. They've done an amazing job on it. Yeah, so it has been ultrasonic cleaned and the head has been skimmed. So, not the head, well yeah the head, but the bottom of it has been skimmed. So it is lovely and clean and flat and ready to go on here. Also, while I was down there, I picked a few extra things up, like this Bison Vanos repair kit, because the Vanos just always goes bad on them. And I will, in another video, I'll explain all of that and show you how to replace it and whatnot. But what I also got while I was down there was this. A block gasket kit. Unfortunately, I didn't have all the head gasket kit and stuff in with their supplier yet. But yeah, I got the block one. So this is what we're going to be doing today. So this gasket involves, well, the sump gasket, the gaskets for the timing chain cover, including the main seal down there at the front. It also has the seals for the back, and a few other bits as well. So yeah, let's get into it, I guess. So yeah, the first bit that I'm going to do is the timing chain cover. So what I'm going to actually do is rotate the block upside down and take the sump off, because I did put those, well, I put the timing chain and the sump back on just to keep it out of the way so I don't have loads of parts everywhere in my shed and lose them or damage them. They were just safer if they were just attached to the block. So yeah, what I'm also going to do is tack weld the oil pump cog so that don't end up coming off. I might have to move this around like this as well. Hopefully we will have a nice view. Man, it feels like for ages that I haven't touched this engine. So yeah, let's get this sump off. So, before I start putting all the gaskets and all the covers back on, so like the oil pan, the timing chain cover that we were just talking about, I've got to start putting a few of the other things back on, such as the chains. I already put these back on, I'm not going to lie to you, I have already just filmed this bit, but then when I went to my camera it was said that the recording has stopped for some reason. I have no idea why. Annoyingly, I don't have a little screen to show me, because my camera's not that great. So yeah, basically we're going to be putting those stuff back on, so like the timing chain and the chain for the oil pump along with the cog, and I'm going to be tack welding that nut onto there. I didn't get some while I was down there, but Hack Engineering do this assembly lube which is really thick. Luckily I've got some left over from my last build, and it's really good for going against parts because it's wet. Well, like I say, where it's thick. Where it's thick, it sits on bits, so when you first start the engine up, you're not going to have dry bits, so like on the cogs or whatever, if it's not sitting in the oil from where you put oil on it, so if it's definitely in like the timing, the front casing area, there will be something on there to keep it going until the oil pump kicks in and the oil's coming round and stuff. So we're going to be using that. I'm going to be putting it on bits like where the cog and stuff go onto here, just to help with it. So less talking and more doing, I guess. So it's actually a lot simpler than you might think to put this stuff back together, because a lot of it can only really seem to go on one way. Don't hold my word for that. Right, let's get some of that on there. Like I said, did you see that? Big old stringy bit. This is mad thick. So yeah, let's get some of that around there. It's literally like honey sort of thing. Maybe syrup, I don't know. So yeah, it's quite simple to know where the stuff goes, like I was saying. So when I took this all off, if you watched the videos before, I did cable tie everything together so it was in a rough place. However, we're putting this back together. The short chain, so for the oil one, it's all where it lines up. So, what was I explaining? Let's get that on there. So the short chain for the oil one is in line with the oil pump, and then the long one for the timing that goes up to the cams is in line with these guides here. So, put that like that. That means that the short chain goes at the back, and then here we are, we have the thing. Now this does require a little bit of wiggling. There we are, and then we got to remember where we put the nut for this, and bang that back on, and I'm going to weld that nut to it. As I keep explaining, oh my god, why do I keep losing shit? Right. I can't remember where I put the nuts, so I'm going to look for that quickly. Nope, I've now seen it, don't worry. Right in my eye line. So yeah. This is opposite thread, so it is leftly doey, uppy, tighty, righty, loosey. So I'm going to tighten that up a bit more with a socket, and then what I'm going to do is tack weld that on there, and then we'll come back in a sec once I've done all that, because I don't need to film that, right? Okay. Ta-da! It's now tacked on there, and what we're going to do is be putting the timing chain cover back on with these little gaskets. Now, while you weren't looking, I also put the main seal, or whatever seal that is called, in the timing chain bit in. I basically just used a bushing tool and then pressed it using I got a wooden vise. I use that because it's soft on the back, and I also put another bit of wood behind it to keep that all flat, and just press that in, and that worked. So if you are wondering how we can put the gaskets on without them just keep falling off like that, it's quite simple. So if you look on the back of the timing chain cover, it has these little like dowel pins or locators and whatever. Obviously they link up to the holes in here. Now on the gasket it does have a hole for those. So just going to put those on there. So once we've got both sides lined up, what I'm also going to do is, so I'm just going to get 2 bolts and put them through on the bottom bits. And that, get my hands in the right place. Oh, I had it round the right way anyway, yeah, it's upside. We're currently upside down, aren't we? Now, I mean, you could always use a little bit of gasket-y stuff to help stick them, but I kind of like to make sure that it's just got a flat surface. I say this as if I've done this loads, I haven't, this is my second time doing that. Let's just get a bolt in at least one side so I can have a free hand. Oh, we can get them in loosely, and then just line these back up again. You go in there. That's it. The same with the other side. Is that all lined up? Yes. Now push those in place. And then start putting all the right bolts back in, I guess. I think some of them I've put where I put the sump bolts, so I've got a few short ones and a few long ones, but I'll work out how long. Luckily I think the sump ones have got like a point on the end of the bolt. So it ain't too bad, mate. Shut up. I'm hooked. I'm not properly doing these up yet, tight, I'm just doing them up enough. Don't know why I always keep putting places. It's looking pretty good. I'm happy with going for the black timing cover, hopefully it will last. Now, in accordance to the Haynes manual, the M6 bolts for the timing chain cover should be done up to a 10 Newton meters of torque. Now, my torque wrench doesn't go to 10, it starts at 12. So I'm going to be doing mine up to 12, and if you've got a problem with that, then so what I'm going to be doing is, I don't know if you need to do it in a certain pan or not, but I'm going to be starting in the middle here, where the water pump goes next to the oil, because I think it, and then I'm just going to sort of work my way out, kind of like in a pattern almost similar to how you do the head bolts up. So yeah, okay, 12 is not very much, So I mean, like, some of these are already done up to 12 from where I've done it finger tight. Let's do another one in the middle here as well. It always feels weird doing stuff out like this, and it not. You think it will be more than that. I've got to make sure I get over these. Let's go and do this one as well, make sure that's right. So, yeah, I'm doing these in sort of random pattern. Did I just do this one? Yeah. Oh, I didn't. Did I do this one? Yeah. What about this one? Yeah. So, yeah. That's the timing chain cover back on, and then obviously we've got the harmonica balance and stuff going on. I'm not putting that back on yet because I want to clean that up, and it also had, I think it had an aircon pulley on it, which I want to take off, and I need to take the bolts out and shorten those so they don't hit on here. So yeah, the next thing we'll do, I guess, is let's put the oil pan back on, guys. Come on. Right. Obviously, don't forget to unwind your torque wrenches. A lot of people don't get that, but it messes them up if you leave them sprung. Yeah. Now, let's have a look at this. So, obviously where the timing chain cover attaches, and also there's another bit around the back here, there's little gaps. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to run a little bit of instant gasket around, because my sumps always seem to leak and it starts to wind me up. I don't know whether I just want to do a little bit of gap in here, because I mean, it feels flattish. Yeah, I'm going to chuck some there, only a little bit, I think. Oh, that's gone off, isn't it? That's gone off, innit? That's gone. What are you, bloody stupid, man? Not inside it hasn't there, so I need a little screwdriver. Pop this open. All I care about is money in the city in front. Oh, I can smell it, because it's like mad vinegary smelling. I kind of like the smell, I kind of don't like the smell. Right, make sure I don't get any of those gone off lumpy dry bits in there. I just kind of want to make sure that gap's filled up. It's kind of mad still. Oh, that was it, that was all we was getting, that little bit. Come on, bruh. Well, that's like bloody jelly. I think it might be a good idea if I smear it round, actually, because otherwise I might have, where I've got rid of these gaps, I might cause more. I'm only going to smear literally a thin amount, obviously making sure none of it goes in the engine, because that would suck, especially if it lumps up and gets stuck in the oil pump. Then you're in trouble. Uh-oh, we've done it. I've done exactly what, no, there we go, we saved it. Get some in the bolt holes to help it there. Bolt holes! Fuck's up with my voice. Get some in the bolt holes. Might work as a bit of Loctite, you know. Who knows? Who knows? Hopefully, I shouldn't have to worry about getting this sump off again, because I've got the engine razors, so I shouldn't really smack it unless anything big goes underneath my car or something. Right, hopefully, we're on winner there. That's done with. That's goodbye. Ciao, adios, you're done, I'm done. Ciao, adios, I'm done. Right. Which way does this go? I'm just checking I have done everything before I put this back on. Yep. Yep. Hopefully. Right. Let's try and get that lined up, mate. Look, where's that little... oh, the tab's on. Start just whacking some old bolts in there, shall we? It will soon start to line up. Soon enough. And just like he said, soon enough, it started to line up. Right, and now I'm going to do these up and do them to the torque spec. I can't remember, these are... got a little tab saved, don't I, so I know where it all is. Sump drain, no, not sump drain plug. Sump bolts, M6 and M8, so it'll be 10 again. 10 again, I don't know whether I'm in frame or not. So yeah, it'll be 10 newton meters. The man's going to do 12. 12, one of those. So yeah. Okay, guys, so that is the block done for now. I'm not going to put the oil housing on just yet. because it gets in a bit of the way when putting the head on and stuff. So I'll do that once the head is on. Yeah, and that is it, guys. So thanks for watching, and have a good night.